Even though I'm only Polish on my mother's side of the family, I've always felt more connected with my Polish ancestry than any other heritage. Part of this is just due to the sheer size of this branch of my family. My mother came from a family of seven, and I am one of 16 grandchildren on the Ostrowski side. I've always been fascinated by my great grandmother, Vincenta. She was born Vincenta Jasiewicz sometime around 1893 or 94. We don't know exactly where she was born, but we know that it was in a part of Poland that was occupied by Russia because she spoke both fluent Polish and Russian. She immigrated to the United States at the age of 16. My great grandfather, Michael Subach, had already been living in Grand Rapids, Michigan at that point and had returned to Poland with the goal of taking a wife. Michael tragically died in a roofing accident in his early 30s, leaving behind 5 children. Vincenta remarried Julius Suhaski soon after being widowed, but I think that in her mind she would always be a Subach. When she died, she was buried next to her first husband, Michael, and not Julius. Vincenta lived her entire adult life in a Polish enclave of Grand Rapids, Michigan, and she never fully learned English. She had a hard life during the Great Depression, and she and her children frequently went without. At some point, she got a finger stuck in an old-fashioned washing machine and had to have half of it amputated. My mother remembers that her grandma lovingly referred to her short finger as stubby and would tease the kids with it. My grandma, Mary, remembered having to wear rags on her feet in the wintertime as a child and gathering coal from the street so they could light their stove. My great aunt Eleanor, my grandma's little sister, was born so prematurely that she was thought not likely to survive. She was so small that she slept most of her first year of life in a repurposed drawer from a living room cabinet. There was little money for medical or dental care, and my grandmother had to have all of her teeth pulled out by the time she was a teenager. She wore an ill-fitting set of dentures for many years. Dealing with this as such a young immigrant mother had to have been traumatic for Vincenta, but I never heard of her complaining. Now that I have my own children, I think of Vincenta's immigrant experience quite a bit. She died before any of her great-grandchildren were born, but in the constant flood of family storytelling, she has always been a part of my life.